everyone, my name is Kristin Hayes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to show you how to make this thank you card today. We're going to be using products out of the, I keep calling it the Occasions catalog, but I think they're just calling it the January through June mini catalog. So this is the one we're going to be using, a lot of products out of this anyways, and let's get started. So our first piece that we're going to start with is the base, and we're just going to use a piece of basic black. As I drop all my other pieces, this is basic black, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Just going to give it a fold. I don't know where my bone fold, here it is. I'll give it a good crisp edge. There we go. And then our next piece is a piece of the Regal's 6x6 DSP, and this is in the annual catalog, and it comes in 4 different patterns, and this happens to be the Regal selection, so you have all the Regal's colors in the different 4 patterns. So we're going to be using this gingham side today, but you could even use this argyle-y side if you wanted to. I'm not going to adhere it yet because I like to adhere the band to this before I adhere it to our base, just in case there's some hangover. I can trim it off. So then I have a piece of basic black, and this is cut at 5 1/4 by 1 3/4, and then a piece of Bermuda Bay, and this is cut at 5 1/4 by 1.5 inches. And this I did run through the Big Shot already. I used my embossing folder, the subtle embossing folder, and it really is subtle, but it just gave a little bit of texture to the piece. So I am going to adhere these 2 pieces together. And I always start at one edge, so if I do have some hangover, I can trim it off, trying to go as evenly across as possible. And then we're going to put it right in the center here of the crushed curry DSP. And again, I'm going to start right at the edge. Hopefully I've cut accurately, but you never know. And I'm just going to flip it over. I do have a little bit of extra here, so I'm just going to trim that right off. There we go. And this can be adhered to the base now. All right. And then for this swirly piece here, what I did is I ran this piece through the Big Shot in basic black. It pops right out, so you don't have to fuss with the little pieces too much at all. And this is part of the Painted Labels dies. This is in the summer, spring catalog, and these are the other dies that comes with it. It coordinates with this Painted Poppies set, and you can see that some of these dies fit the leaves and the flowers, and then you have some extra pieces. These are really pretty, you know, for your sentiment. My sentiment just fit better in a different piece today, so that's what I used. So these are sold separately, or they're together in a bundle for 10% off. So like I said, I just ran this through the Big Shot, and I have this piece here. Then I used this stamp from the Painted Poppies, and I did color it off camera just so you guys wouldn't have to sit and watch me color. But what I did is I just stamped it in the Memento Tuxedo Black, and then I used my stamping markers in Crushed Curry and Bermuda Bay to color in the flowers. And I didn't do these on the edge because we don't need those. So I'm going to come in with my 2-inch punch, and I'm just going to center this the way I like to. I wanted to get the stem, the bottom of the stems kind of off, but you can center it however you'd like. There we go. And then we're just going to adhere this right into the center, and it fits really nicely in there. There is some stitched work on here if you can see it, some detailing, but we are going to cover that with the circle. You can kind of use it as a guideline as you're centering it on. There we go. And then this we're going to adhere with some dimensionals, and I do have the black dimensionals. These are sold in a pack together with some black mini dimensionals. They were in the holiday catalog, but they have carried them over. So I'm just going to put this right here, and then we just need our thank you. So I have a piece of scrap, if I can pick it up, scrap white, and we're going to just stamp in the tuxedo black right in the center here. There we go. And then I have another piece of another die, and this is from, it's also in the new catalog, it's the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and these are really great. You have some different shapes over here, but they do layer nicely together, and they all have the stitch shape in them. And then you have some rectangles that are layering as well. We're not going to layer them today, but these are really cute. I've been having a lot of fun with them. So I am going to bring my big shot up. Alrighty. Which way is easiest? There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to center this in the middle here of the die. It's moving on me. So when these move, I always move my paper to where it's moving. It's easier than fighting the magnets in the magnetic plate. And that way things don't move on you when you're running it through. Alrighty, so then we have the thank you, and all that's left to do is put this on the card, and I did use dimensionals on this. I went back to the white since this is on white cardstock. And then we're just going to adhere it like that, and you are all set. So here's the original, here's the one we made. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're not already working with a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love a chance to work with you. All of my links will be listed down below. Thank you so much for watching.